Yeah, Elf versus Undead. OC is not off racing. He is playing his main race, which is always good to see. He did absolute damage in Group B, especially against Insub taking out his Undead. So Deuce, a little bit weaker, you might say, on paper. So we'll see how this pans out. OC saying beforehand that he thinks he's a favorite. But guys, let's hop into this. It's going to be game number 1 on Concealed Hill.
Pretty exciting, Rick. Pretty exciting. OC could do it, man. He really could. And how hype would that be? OC, the huge underdog in his group, comes out swinging, beats Insub, makes it through, couldn't find my wallet, and maybe he's going to beat Deuce. He could also beat Hunter. Night Elf Mirror is somewhat of a specialty of OC's. That would be hype. I mean, I love Deucey Woosey. We're teammates with all of them, with both of them here. But, I'd love to see the underdog story of OC today. It's a little bit biased, but Deuce is my boy, King Deuce, and I'd love to get that interview as well. So, regardless of what outcome we have today, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, sorry guys, let me do predictions real quick. It's gonna be a short one because the game obviously just started. But
I could always do those as well.
I got this one for now.
All right. Do you do single games or the whole series? I feel like the whole series is more hype.
Yeah, this whole series. Yeah, whole series.
Yeah, I feel like that's way better.
Guys, this is going to be a two-minute prediction. 2-minute prediction, okay? Because we're already in the game. There we go. Eat it up. Eat your heart out. Get your points in. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes to get your points in. But yeah, in the bottom left, we have Deuce, the king himself, the War 3 champion, an actual title holder in NA. And there's only really Cruncher, Hitman, and that's it.
Yeah, is that true? In terms of ESL, War 3 Champions, and Dust League, the 3 major tournaments, and even maybe America's Cup previously, ARC's tournament. Who won that? Probably OC, honestly, but that was quite a while ago in the history of NA, before the rise of Cruncher, before the rise of Hitman. So yeah, in recent times, Deuce is the only other one.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually seen a tournament where Hunter's actually played...
OC! Go ahead, though. Finish your point.
Oh, no.
Not a good start. Not a good start. Go ahead, though. Finish your point. Finish your point.
Throwing out the watching arc. Oh, Megalol. Not a good deny to start off this creeping for OC. But I was just going to say, we haven't really seen Hunter play in a competition with everyone in this new time. He didn't compete in the ESL circuit. So, I mean, Dust League, has been his real first competition that he's playing, and he's looking pretty good. Already in the top 4, so...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Deuce so far doing this a lot cleaner than OC. OC will get level 2 from this, though.
Yeah, he'll still get level 2, but he did deny the big boy. At least he got the claws of attack. I just hope it doesn't, a player like OC, if they make a mistake like that early, they tend to already give up with things like that. It just takes a small mistake. The mentality of OC is, I need a perfect game from myself or it's unacceptable. So, a little mistake like that, I just hope it doesn't affect him too much going forward, but it's not that big of a deal. We're going to see him actually pull the expansion. I like this creep route, and OC showed us against Undead, against Insub in particular, that he's going to do that mass fairy dragon style. So we'll see if that's what it is. That's what it looks like so far. Hippogriffs into mass fairy dragons. Expect to see about 5 or 6 archers from OC. Oh, here's Deuce though, Rick.
Deuce is here, and I think he wants to scout. First of all, you got to creep this early if you're OC. So he's seeing this. Okay, I know the keeper first, and like you said, this is probably why you creeping the expo so early. You don't necessarily need to unless you're going for that expansion. So. Deuce going to be well aware of what's going on, and someone in the chat asking where Deuce is from. I think Alberta. Can't say where in case he gets murdered, but I think it's this province of Alberta.
Originally BC, I believe, actually, though. He lived down the road from me. Lived down the road from me.
Alberta boy, yeah, he's a real Canadian guy.
I knew Deuce for like 5 years, and then when he joined DuSt, I found out he lived like a half an hour away from me the whole time.
That's crazy. Over in BC?
How weird is that? Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. And level 2 for Deuce. That's going to be nice. That's going to be the aura and a couple wisps killed. He's going to get out. Does OC want to commit to an entangle on this DK? His creeping has been kind of scuffed.
I think it's all right. The lumber that he's lost from those couple of wisps, OC, is not going to impact it so much. But at the moment, Deucey Woosey, he's just sort of waiting for his tech to be done, because against Keeper, of course, you need those early destroyers. So this is all gravy. A couple of wisps, delaying the creeping, staff of teleportation. Really clean stuff from Deuce so far. And as much as he delays OC, it's all advantage for Deuce, because what else are you going to do? All you have is a DK. You can't leave your base because of entangle.
You can't leave your base. Yep, and that's what we're seeing. Deuce just keeping the fiends in the back. Very nicely played. We've actually seen players just completely leave everything in there until tier 2, sometimes
Yep.
until they get that Lich out, just completely safe, because even though this isn't a level 3 keeper, Entangle's really good, and we're going to see how good that is. Surround on the DK is a little bit scuffed, but OC's got another Entangle, and you can force a TP here, which is really annoying. There's Shadow Meld. If these archers get around, this could be a forced TP, and I think OC wants to commit to an Entangle. Okay, he doesn't.
Yeah, a little bit of an overcommitment from OC. We can see he's just trying to get something done, but of course, Deuce picked up the Staff of Teleportation a little bit earlier, so, but putting it on cooldown would have still been good. And, you know, if OC is expanding behind this, that'd be great as well. We do see Double Ancient of Wing coming up. I would love to see OC behind this pressure go for an expansion, because he knows there's no way Deuce is going to pull ghouls. There's no way he can cancel it with skeletons and a Death Knight. I think so far that's the one mistake OC has made. But maybe he can get something started. Finally, he'll definitely need that expansion going forward, though, OC.
Yeah, and there's the Wisp, and it's a little late already, but if you get it up anyway, it's all good. You want to keep Deuce away. Deuce pulling out some Fiends now. He wants to be able to creep out the shop, and maybe even the Crab Camp would be perfect. That would be his level 3. It's very risky what he's doing right now, but he's getting good time because OC's creeping out the red, a much better camp.
Yeah, a nice camp for OC to take. He knows he's got some space after the Death Knight fell back. He knows that Deuce is most likely taking his Turtle Camp or his shop. In the meantime, going to pick up a juicy red camp, and it's going to be a while before Deuce can creep the same camp. But again, OC, this expansion is pretty late, and it looks like Deuce is actually going to scout it with a skeleton. Very well timed from Deuce, but the question is, can OC hold on long enough with these Hippogriff Riders to get this expansion up and running?
Lich coming out for a little bit of XP too. Is that a mistake? Do you want level 3 DK? I feel like you do. I don't know if you want to creep with both heroes, but Deuce is known to just creep with everything, just in case Jack does come in. He's also taking small camps, Carson.
Yeah, it would be nice for Deuce to get Frost Armor, of course. It's going to be very good against the Mass Air, and I'm assuming Deuce knows what's happening because he scouted the expansion, the Keeper, the Alchemist, and he's sending skeletons to the main base as we speak. And the Frost Armor against the Keeper of the Grove Mass Air is really nice to keep your Fiends alive. It does not too important how much damage you have, but it is important that you have lots of Fiends on the ground for lots of web against the air units. So getting level 2 Lich isn't the biggest of deals, but like you said, he will have to secure that level 3 Death Knight somehow.
Taking the lab would be a great call right now. He does have time. Deuce wants to pull the red.
Ooh, with a ward too. All right, this seems pretty safe, actually, all things considered. Of course, he knows OC has to go creep his expansion, so a pretty good choice from Deuce, I'd say.
Very nice, but yeah, you get the red. I mean, it's a juicy bunch of experience. Khadgar's Pipe would be amazing, but Deuce scuffs it a little bit, and the Ogre Lord says, I'm out. This is not good. This is going to take much longer. He has to start nuking it down, which is going to waste mana. And normally the Night Elf would be here to jack this, but OC scouting, not the greatest. And it looks like Deuce is going to be able to get away with this. Cloak of Flames, though. That's a horrific
Absolutely
item.
awful. Absolutely awful. Level 3, though, that's good. Where's the Destroyer form? The tier 3 is done. The Destroyer form just now finished. Or just now started, sorry. So the TP is going to be forced. A little bit rough for Deuce, I'd say. OC putting in a decent position now, but his expansion has not yet rooted yet, and it's not going to be mining for a while. So Deuce, despite losing his town portal, hasn't actually lost any units yet in the way of Fiends or statues. So this timing could still be lethal for Deuce.
Yeah, it's good. You don't want to lose any Fiends, which he hasn't. And the Fiend count getting a little higher. 3, about to be 4. He's got 2 statues, which will soon be Destroyer form finishing. All of Deuce's tech is very good. It's very good. Now he just needs to worry about not overextending before he can actually use the might of his force. Oh, this could be a pretty good jack, though, and Deuce might contest, but there's a lot of air here. Like I said, I don't know if you want to overextend before you can actually start to use your assets. But Deuce is feeling like he wants to play aggressive.
Yeah, and will Deuce go for that Dark Ranger third, or is he just going to go for pure Fiends? His timing is running. He's got about another minute, I would say, to really do something in a fight, or else OC's going to get... He's already got an 8 supply advantage, but once OC gets that 60-65 supply on this 2-base economy, it's going to become very, very difficult for Deuce. So he's got to take a fight soon.
Yeah. The window is actually in, like, the longer this takes, it's better for OC at this point.
Yes.
Much better. Yeah. So I wonder if Deuce is going to go for third hero, if he's not going to bother. Maybe not. Maybe won't even bother, going to go for that double nukage on the Lich and DK. But Deuce is going to find out. I mean, he's already scouted the expo, so he knows it's up. And to be honest, I would probably think it's mining. So Deuce is going straight over there. Needs to get rid of this expo, but he's going to find that the Wisps aren't in yet. And this could be a good timing. A nice Nova. Maybe a coil.
Yeah, but OC's going into the main base. 2 Spirit Towers are being upgraded. Nicely done by Deuce, but they're a little bit late. Thanks to those wards, he was able to see this a bit earlier. He should probably try to staff his DK back.
This
he
is
sold
devastating damage. This is devastating damage. All the acolytes are going to die, Carson. This is huge. And OC with the sick timing. This is a money timing right now.
Yeah, if you're Deuce, you have to be aware of this. You have to be aware and you have to be ready. His Spirit Towers were a little bit late. The expansion dies. Actually, this might be better for Deuce. There's a lot of damage taken. He's only got 1 acolyte alive. He lost a couple of ghouls, but he kills the expansion. Totally fine, I would say, actually, for Deuce here.
Yeah, I thought OC was going to TP over. Did he not have a TP? I mean, he killed 4 acolytes, and there was tons of time to at least TP over and get some damage done. Maybe you save that tree at very low HP, but yeah, OC giving that up, I mean, that's not good. You're on 1 base with mass air, and if you take 1 bad fight, you don't have the economy to come back. This might be what Deuce needs. I mean, the acolytes coming out now for Deuce, he's going to replenish them. I mean, it's going to be a little slow because he is mildly broke, but if he creeps, that'll help out. And that was a weird trade for OC.
Yeah, maybe he just felt he couldn't fight. He did have, of course, as you pointed out, a couple of low Hippogriff Riders. If those were both full HP, there's probably a world in which OC could actually Town Portal and win that fight, but he was a little bit scared, and maybe rightfully so. You know, he still did damage, though. It wasn't awful for OC, but it's certainly not the position you want to be in, being on Mass Fairy Dragons on 1 base.
Push of Greater Mana going to be great for Deuce, and so far things are turning around. Deuce wants to take a fight. Nice web. If he kites out, this could be good, but you still don't want to overextend, and while you're so close to your main, you might as well sit back and get some tower support if OC dives. Like you said, you don't want to fight at all right now for Deuce. It's not like you are behind an Expo. You're not. So right now, Deuce has an advantage as long as he takes good fights. You don't want to trade badly, but I really like the decision-making from Deuce, man. Nice and patient. Very nice.
And the Wand of Illusion and the Potion of Greater Mana is going to help out Deuce a lot in the future. He just needs to get a Town Portal, continue to get upgrades on his Fiends, probably some armor upgrades once his gold mine is saturated. He's totally safe at home in the way of 3 Spirit Towers. That's probably an overcommitment from Deuce, but better safe than sorry. But he's got to scout this next Wisp going in for OC to build another expansion. That's exactly what OC needs to do, and now it's up to Deuce. He has to scout this next expansion attempt.
Yeah, I was going to say the window was closing for OC because he's over upkeep. He's not fighting, and he's not mining off 2 base, right? So good call for OC. He can start to close that gap a bit. But Deuce is starting to creep. Level 3 Lich now. Good items on this Lich, plus 14 damage. Deuce is ready for a fight, I think. No TP, which is a problem, but he does have a Destroyer in the air, and he does have Potion of Greater Mana. So as long as he kites beautifully, this could be a good fight for Deuce, but we'll see how it works out. No TP, Carson. He can't get out.
Yeah, 1 coil already used with Greater Mana is going to help out quite a bit. The Illusion, as I pointed out earlier, is really nice. There is a Destroyer in the air, but there's so many units actually for OC all of a sudden.
Oh, this is getting a little too much. Yeah, you want to take down the Fairy Dragons, but even if you do, Carson, there's a bunch of Hippogriff Riders in the back. OC might have too much. Nice coils coming in, though, from Deuce. He hasn't lost any units, but the Acid Bomb could come in and everything's so low. Oh, no! Everything's so low.
Oh, there's so many coils left, though. There's no TP and there's no coil. It's on cooldown. The Lich is going to fall. Did OC actually do it?
That's a big pick-off. Yeah, that's a big pick-off. And like you said, he hasn't had the expansion at all, so he actually just won off 1 base. There's been no economic advantage at all. That's pretty nuts. No upgrades. He's just trading really well. And Deuce going for the coil and the Fiend, getting caught off with the Lich. That's a big loss, too, man. You want that orb. He's going to Tavern it back. That's so expensive.
Yeah, Deuce not quite ready for the fight. He had the right army comp. He had the right hero levels, the right, units in the way of Fiends, but he just didn't have the invuln. And he didn't have a Town Portal. And he didn't have much gold, honestly, to get out of a fight if he needed to. So OC took a fight when he could. And now he's just going to heal up for free at the fountain. And it's really up to Deuce to again, cancel this expansion's about to come up.
Invuln, heal scroll for OC. OC could definitely fight this. You want to get away from the health fountain, but I definitely see OC turning around and killing off at least the Destroyer, and he does that. He turns right back around. This is still not a good, advantageous position for Deuce. Lots of damage with that level 3 Alchemist too, Carson. This is still tough.
Oh, yeah, I think OC's done it, man. He's going to kill 2 more Fiends, and the coil miscoils. Oh, and the Lich still has no invuln. The Destroyer is a little bit out of position to get the Devour, and that's pretty much every Fiend falling. Unless the Alchemist dies, the Alchemist doesn't, and the expansion is safe. And it looks as though OC's going to go up 1-0, because this is just domination.
OC's back, baby. He told Deuce in the lobby when they were vetoing guys, he said, you got this, Deuce. Send me back to Dota 2. And it looks like that's not going to be the case. OC's just he's taken out everyone, Carson. Imagine if he beats Deuce right now. These are huge wins for him. These are not walkover like, oh, you got a free ticket. He's played some really good players.
Absolutely, yeah. And he definitely has a chance if he makes it through. Of course, he's got to win more than just this map. But, if he makes it through Deuce, there's a world in which he can beat Hunter. Night Elf Mir is, as I said earlier, a really good matchup for him. So.
Oh, this is going to be it, guys. No TP, no way out. Deuce has got nowhere to run. The Destroyer eats, and the Coil comes in, but look at the damage. It doesn't even matter. You get the Devour, you get the Coil in. It's still going to die. There's just way too much stuff. 59 supply for OC. Deuce trying to run away, and actually might lose all the statues. The air can actually outrun it because they fly.
Oh,
Omega
the
lol.
Keeper, though, taking a lot of damage, although there's only Coil for the nuke. Actually, True Shot Aura picked up. The Keeper's going to die, though, it looks like.
He's got to get close to the Moonwells. He's got to get close to the Moonwells. It's so close.
Oh, my God. Okay, it was close. He could have actually, if he manually healed from the Moonwells, he could have done it, but instead he right-clicked the Keeper on the Moonwell. So the Keeper goes down, but in the meantime, the statues are all falling. The expansion is almost fully mining for OC.
Oh,
and
no.
This is just all OC.
If OC goes to the right. Oh, no. Some Fiends caught off guard.
There's no Entangle, though, right now, right? So it's going to be tough for him to get any pickoffs. He might actually lose more than he gains, but look how much damage there is.
Yeah, nice fighting so far for Deuce. And the no Keeper is a big deal, but I still think just way too much damage. You can't coil that statue, and if you chase it down for OC, you might be able to get it. OC's just trying to right-click everything right now. He's literally just right-clicking everything. Fiend, so close to dying. It does die. Another Fiend down.
Another one. Yeah, and there's no more coils. It doesn't even matter if the Keeper's not here. The Fiends are dwindling, and King Deuce is only on one base here. OC on 2, and he's just going to go up to 80 supply, and there's no real problem for OC anymore. He can lose his heroes over and over again, but at the end of the day, he's going to have 80 supply, and look how much damage it does, Ricky.
Yeah, that's crazy. These are not even upgraded air. They just do so much damage when you have 56 supply of them. Lich maybe buys an invuln at the shop. Deuce does have a lot of money, but he's not going to be able to save it.
Oh, the acid bomb ticking. Yeah, and that's going to be it. GG is called and 1-0 for OC with a clean victory. No real mistakes for OC that whole time, except for that 1 deny in the middle. He understood what to do, when he had to do it, when he had to take fights, and how to take the fights, and he just cleans house on Concealed Hill.
Yeah, I've mentioned this at the start of Group B, that OC is one of those players that, like, he always stuck to his guns, which was mass hunts, mass hunts, mass hunts. 40 supply, 50 supply, double AOW. And there was another style that was starting to grow, and it's the Keeper, obviously, with the mass fairy dragons, mass air. And OC started to harness that. He's really just running away with these games, especially against Undead. It's a tough matchup. You have to out-micro your opponent. You have to play better. It's tough, man. If you get caught off once, you're almost screwed, especially with the Expo coming up. So OC taking advantage of all this, and it's really cool to see him back, man. It really is. Oh, game number 2, guys. It's gonna be OC versus Deuce. Can Deuce come back, or is OC gonna sweep Deuce, go into the semis, and just ride off with the sunset? This guy's playing amazing. Let's find out. In the bottom left, we got the king King OC. He did call himself King OC on ladder a long time. Everyone's the king apparently, but it's OC, baby. In the top right, the actual king. I mean, come on, who are we getting there? It's Deuce.
Very nice, Rick. Very nice.
Very different opener from Deuce as well. This might be a DK expand. This might be Lich first. I don't know.
There is a sort of new style developing. Of course, it's very old school on paper, but against the Keeper Mass Fairy Dragon style, Undeads have been going Gargulios. So maybe with a Crypt Altar opener, that's what Deuce is looking to go. Just sort of a hard call out on OC style. OC is a player that really sticks to one strategy and perfects it. And, it seems to be against Undead that he's perfecting this Mass Fairy Dragon style. So it's not a bad decision for Deuce to just straight up call it out. Just straight up hard counter it. And if he's going Gargs, then that would be a call out.
Yeah, OC, I feel like that's the way to beat him. Like, he's not very good against Gargs at all. He actually crumbles. We've seen Terror destroy him with Gargs the last time they played in competitive Team League. It's just not a good style for him, especially when he opens hunts before. But going into Mass Air, I mean, forget about it. Forget about it.
Ooh, and okay, a 1 AOW Huntress opener, which is pretty good on this map, actually, from OC. You can pressure a lot more. I kind of like this. It is actually, this is kind of cool. This is a debatable fact, but in my opinion, the Huntress opener, when you go 1 AOW hunts with the Keeper into Mass Fairy Dragons, is actually much better against a Ghoul opener. Whereas when you go for the Archers, like OC did last game, it's better against Fiends. right? Because you can creep a bit faster. The fiends aren't really going to pressure your creeping, but the ghouls are going to pressure your creeping. What's good against ghouls? Well, huntresses, because they have better armor type, better damage type, bouncing glaives. So this is OC calling out Deuce's call out, Rick.
Beautifully done. And yeah, if he can mass up enough to make a difference, maybe that's going to be good. Like you said, Deuce is opening ghouls. This Wisp is going to see everything that Deuce is doing, and the Keeper's already here, entangling the ghoul. Forcing out some coils very early. Could be good before those hunts come in.
Yeah, 75 for 75 is a good trade for OC. Currently, he's, of course, got the Moon Juice, and he knows that Deuce has to creep. It's going to be another coil for another entangle. There's no more coils. There almost is going to be one, but this will be a dead ghoul. But that's all the mana. That's the harass done pretty much for the Keeper. Deny, possibly?
Nice deny.
It is denied, yep. Skelly? Almost denied.
Yeah, and this is, this is annoying. You need coils for creeping. You need to be able to have some mobility when you're going across the map, and Deuce kind of has to sit there until he gets a bunch of units, but there is no entangle. Or there is an entangle, sorry, but I was going to say that Keeper was getting very close to that forward Nerubian.
Yeah, 1-1. There's one coil, one entangle. Pretty much both players on even mana. So another ghoul probably not likely to die, and Deuce knows this. He can bring a lot of ghouls out, and he can probably go for something aggressive, maybe in the way of this priest here. It looks like he's aiming for that.
Tech for Deucey, and so far Deuce is in a good spot. I mean, you only lost a ghoul. It's not crazy. Don't want to take too much damage on your DK, but he's actually gunning for this Keeper. Maybe hoping to get that Skelly in front for a block, but it's not going to happen. And now you're in a position where, okay, now you're just taking damage outside the Night Elf base. He's got Moonwells, like you said, and now you're just taking damage and not creeping.
Yeah, now there's two Huntresses as well. The creeping is not going to be easy for Deuce. As I said, the Huntresses are extremely good against the ghouls, and the Death Knight's taking a lot of damage. This is another entangle, Ricky. And there's a Wisp in position, actually, for OC to block.
Oh,
does he notice the Wisp at the north?
He can 3 units around. He can 3, and he does!
Oh my god, what a legend! Locks it in. Locks it in, and Deuce is probably feeling the pressure, man. He's getting called out.
He's kind of getting owned. I mean, that was a sick surround. That's going to force the TP, which is very annoying. Now you're just naked as a DK, and now you're going to start creeping. I mean, you didn't really have to extend. Like I said, going across the map like that, going for the Keeper. I mean, now you're in the Night Elf's base. OC did use that Moonwell juice for the extra... Oh, no! The extra entangles. The ghoul goes down to creeps. And an entangle? God. No way. Does he lock this in again? There's no possible way. The blocks? There's another entangle, Carson.
This is all gravy, too, because the expansion's coming up for OC right now. There's another entangle. I think it's dead. One more wave of attacks. Oh, my God, it's dead. Is this just a quick 2-0 OC? Oh, my God.
Deuce trying to say, you know what, I'll just play Gargs and get it going, but OC's like, oh, I'm going to be in your face. You remember this? This is my OC mass hunt style, baby. And like you said, perfect coin flip. OC's just absolutely playing out of his mind. And that comes down to that initial scout with the Wisp. He scouts right away, sees everything. We saw the smiley face from OC at the beginning of the game as soon as the Wisp scouted. OC was ready for this. Unbelievable. And Deuce, the king. I mean, he's played in every season of Dust League, and he's always in the quarterfinals, always in the top 8, always competitive. Getting rolled by this old school player that we've, almost forgotten about.
Getting rolled and smoked. This is regicide from OC. Unbelievable.
It's good.
Is that the right word? Regicide? I think that's right. That's a RuneScape quest.
Oh, nice.
That's where I learned the word, yeah.
And Deuce has lost so much, he's not even going to bother going into Gargs. Going straight to tier 3. He needs to try to come back slowly. Oh, he's actually going double crypt? What?
Interesting. The tier 3 tech with the Gargs, tier 3 is the only thing you get is, of course, Stoneform, Frenzy, a Destroyer, but there's going to be no Slaughterhouse. Oh, there is a Slaughterhouse. Sorry. Okay, I guess it's just double crypt with a Destroyer, maybe. Not too sure. Not too sure. Not too familiar with the Garg style to counter the Keeper Mass Fairies. More familiar with... It's a more old school approach to countering it, so we'll have to see what Deuce does, especially what he does from behind, as the expansion's up as well now.
And he is behind. And on the other coin, OC is behind him. But to pound him out of that quarterfinals. Yeah, I mean, OC's playing really good. And like you said, he's just going right into mass air, more fairy dragons. This could be good for Deuce if he can get a bunch of Gargs, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard.
And there's already fairy dragons coming out. But honestly, against Gargs, you kind of need hippogriffs. So it's going to turn into this weird air versus air fight. But you know what hippogriffs can't do? They can't attack down, whereas Gargs can. So even if OC wins the air fight with Hippogriffs, you have really no utility for them past that. So the Undead just transitions into Fiends and GG, so you kind of are forced to go into Fairy Dragons if you're OC, which might not be the best tech option, honestly.
But you know what? Mass Fairies, yeah, obviously they just get decimated by Garg straight up, which is a really good point. But OC's been able to put down this expansion, and maybe he can get like 6 Fairy Dragons and then get like 4 or 5 Hips and actually rely on that Alchemist and maybe come back. I think that's the play. But actually, Deuce isn't out of the woods yet, man. This Garg play is actually really good right now. OC opened up double wins thinking he had a huge advantage, and he did, but he still has to take advantage. Did OC really not see the double crypt early, and he's actually super...
Oh, I think the tier 3 was Deuce getting tricky.
Wow. Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, because it looks like, I mean, Deuce is going to make Gargs. What does OC do now? Because he just pointed out that he wasn't aware of this. He's going to go into Hips and Fairies, and like you said, you kind of have to have a good amount of both.
Yeah, I think the idea would be if Deuce goes for tier 3, you know, thinking that OC's not going to go for mass air, and then OC puts down lures, but yeah, OC thought that Deuce wasn't going to go Garg, so he goes for air himself. But again, loses the coin flip. He won it earlier, but now he loses it. This is a lot of just metagaming going on with the strategies, but it seems as though Deuce comes out ahead with the army composition. He is down on experience, he's down on economy, so not good for Deuce, but he could certainly win a fight.
And OC at 49 supply, Carson the Wisp. Going to be that 5th Wisp in the gold mine, and OC's going to take a fight here. The Gargs could destroy everything, though. This could be really bad for OC. He's got, right now, even army with Deuce, but with the expansion up, you don't want to really commit. And this is a good play from OC. Just run away, bide some time. And that's what he's doing, keeping Deuce away from that expansion while he slowly just builds a huge army.
Well, this is kind of cute from Deuce, so he's sending the guards to deal with a potential counter hit, so there's no way OC can go into the base like he did on Concealed Hill, and he's just attacking the expansion with the Destroyer. That keeps his heroes safe, and he's got the level 2 coil, so there's really no risk for what Deuce is doing, but there's all the risk for OC.
He's going to pick off a Fairy Dragon as well, and like you said, yeah, he can't just dive into the main base. Beautiful play from Deuce. The multi-prong, he's going to take down the expansion and defend his base. It's actually perfect.
There's nothing OC can do because he can't fight the Gargs. He can't fight the Gargs, he can't defend his expansion, he can't hit the main base. There's nothing OC can do but watch his expansion die.
And that's what he will do. OC's not going to get any value from this. Wow, what a sick play. What an absolutely dirty play.
That's Gargs, baby. The OC needed to go lures, but he went for wins. Trying to call out Deuce again, but Deuce said, no, 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 I'm a king for a reason, and the Gargs are proven to be pretty good, and OC can't transition on one base. What are you going to do, put up lures now? Look at the lumber. It's pretty good, but I mean, it's going to take a while for him to get any sort of Dryad Mountain Giant army out.
Now, to completely just go over the top for Deuce, does he slowly transition into Fiends from here? You get this high Garg count, but like you said, OC's committing into full Hips. Now do you go into Fiends? Because if he kills your Gargs with mass Hippos, he's been able to kill some Fairy Dragons. Fiends would be the perfect transition. Or do you just commit fully to Gargs, Carson?
The issue becomes if you don't commit fully to Gargs and you give up the air dominance to OC, then you take a fight, and generally the person who has the higher air count just completely destroys the fight, right? One player loses everything, another player loses nothing in the air fight, so if Deuce just commits half into Gargs, loses every Garg in the fight, and then OC just transitions into another expansion, it could be rough. Committing fully to air.
OC's going to show his hips. Nice Nova. And actually, Deuce is going to take a fight with this. A little scared. He didn't get a full count, but that's a lot of Hippogriff Riders.
Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of Hippos. But again, I mean, they don't really do much of anything. You'll need to impose into archers. Or transpose, I should say, into archers if you're OC. Eventually. After you win the air fight, get some archers, and then Deuce is in a similar situation he was in on Concealed Hill, where he lost the fight.
Yeah, that's
really,
a lot of Hips.
Weird game. Very strategic, StarCraft sort of game. Everybody's transitioning, everyone's countering everyone's units. Very interesting.
I think the problem for Deuce is he doesn't actually have a high guard count, and that's the bulk of his army. He doesn't have any Fiends buffering behind this. A statue, okay, but I mean, this isn't enough Gargs, and with an Acid Bomb and a good fight from Hips, this could be, I mean, Deuce could just get rolled here. He doesn't have a transition, he doesn't have a way out.
He's got level 2 Coil, though, and level 2 Nova. Can start to kite a little bit with that aura. Yeah, I think Deuce is going to have to get a little bit tricky with his micro. He can't just attack move into the air army. He's got a kite, he's got a coil nova, and he can play the time game because OC is, of course, broken upkeep already without an expansion. So
Bro,
Deuce is
look,
kind of chilling.
look at these upgrades on the hips. 2-2.
2-2. What a
Do the
madman.
guards
He showed
even
that
kill them?
He showed that against Insup as well, that he likes early upgrades. At least 2-0, but 2-2 is... Yeah, there's no way Deuce is going to win an A-move fight at this point. But OC 60 supply, Rick. 60 supply, no expansion.
Yeah, I'd love to see just, you know, double pump Fiends at this point. Get web and just slowly break into Fiends. And I think we might see that. The Ziggurat finishes. No! More Gargs. Unbelievable. Hate to see it. And like you said, he can't win this fight.
Thing is, if you go Fiends, you're accepting that all your Gargs are essentially worthless. Because they might kill one Hippogriff, but they'll all die if you start going into Fiends. Because you just don't have the air dominance.
This is rough.
Whereas if you keep going Gargs, maybe there's a chance you win the air fight. And this is actually a good opener for Deuce. It's really hard to tell what's going on, but there is not another Nova. There's quite a few coils, but the heal ward in the back is going to help out. If we see, just OC has way too much now. This is where you go Fiends, I feel like, right now. Start getting web, start getting Fiends, but Deuce continues to go Gargs.
Yeah, I don't like the play. I mean, this could easily be double pump Fiends, and you'd have another wave right now for 4 Fiends. And with the 4 Gargs, that's when you use the Nova. Also, Deuce took a fight there with only 1 Nova, and it wasn't very good. But yeah, we need to see a transition here. There's so many hips in the air. This is almost like useless supply. And what's left? Just a handful of Fairy Dragons. And right now, OC, no, he's actually making more hips. What? I thought maybe he would just go into Fairy Dragons. He's got plenty of hips.
This is quite a wacky game. He can always, like I said, transpose into archers and get Hippogriff Riders if it comes down to not being an air versus air fight. But right now, the DK is very much under pressure. Got a Healthstone as well as that invuln, but not in a position to really win a fight ever in this game is Deuce. Just when he had those initial 4 or 5 Gargs, that was the only time Deuce really had any map control this game.
Yeah, I mean, almost level 4 Alchemist. Those healing wards are really good in that fight. But, yeah, there's just nothing. I mean, 3 Gargs, 1-1, they're not going to do anything. And he's just trying to make more Gargs, but he's on 1 base, and he's kind of broke. Dreadlord could be good for Carrion Swarm, I guess. I guess that's the play. He's actually got sleep.
If Deuce, like, earlier, like, it's getting to be too late at this point, but if he had, like, earlier showed 1 Fiend with web, right, and then hit a bunch of Gargs in the back of his base, maybe that would have been a good trick, because we see OC, he sees him pumping more Gargs, he sees more Gargs joining the army, so he's just going to keep building anti-air. But if you show 1 Fiend with web, then OC's going to just go, okay, maybe some more Fairy Dragons, something like that, then you just pump Garg.
Yeah, and OC right now is just going to pump more Fairy Dragons till the end of this game is up. He's got tons of hips, he's well aware. Alchemist level 4 now, that's going to be good. Everything's just looking really good for OC. This could be a 2-0 here, guys. 50 supply for Deuce, and he's got this Dreadlord, but it's with sleep. I mean, what are you going to do? Sleep the Alchemist for a second? He's still going to get those acid bombs off. You're not going to have enough time to take advantage of that. Maybe Carrion Swarm was the play. More Gargs in the main base. He might be able to pick off some inside the Undead base. But, I mean, this would be the best engagement he's going to get.
Yeah, honestly, Aura or Carrion Swarm would have both been better for the Dreadlord than Sleep.
Yeah,
nice Novas, though. The Novas are really, really good. Are the heal wards still there? They are not, and I'm assuming OC doesn't have heal spray, right?
He does not.
Chemical Rage, right? There's a Sleep coming in, but are you going to do Sleep Coil Nova, Sleep Coil Nova?
Can you imagine if you had Carrion Swarm? And then you have a Destroyer, nice. eat the Entangle, and just keep kiting. That would be the play. Still 1 base OC for a bit, but I mean, that would be, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of decisions making that Deuce made I don't think were ideal. He could have had so many, he could have had 6 Fiends right now, maybe 7, with the 3 Gargs that were left over, you know what I mean? That would have looked a lot better than right now, because, I mean, that would have looked great.
Yeah. But now it's 71 supply against 54. Deuce has finally broken upkeep. OC's buying items. Look at all the mana on the Keeper and the heal scroll and the greater heal. So many great items for OC. On the side of Deuce, I mean, it doesn't really matter what items he has because he just doesn't have the army.
Yeah, the upgrade's starting to even up, but there's just not enough units. I mean, there's just not enough. And 58 supply undead, that normally looks good, but when it's just Gargs like this, like I said, he could literally just not have the Fairy Dragons, Carson, and it's still a close fight.
Exactly. And is there ever going to be enough units for Deuce? Like, there's 2,000 more gold in each of the gold mines. Then OC has his free expansion he can walk over from his main base. In fact, he's already mining on his expansion, but he'll have another base.
Okay, OC dives into the main base. Deuce well out of position. No TP as well. Oh, man. This is going to be devastating. One Acolyte going down. Two Acolytes going down. A third. And a fourth.
OC still has a hunt from earlier, too.
Yeah, he hasn't lost much. This could be a decent fight.
TP. All right, OC playing it safe, but we just see, look at this fight. Yeah, 2 Gargs died in the time before that TP. There's just no way. There's just no way. The expansion's mining fully.
What? The Dreadlord got vampiric? What? For what? 4 ghouls?
For the Gargs.
Oh, right. Because it's
it's still
melee.
like,
Yeah,
carrion
right.
still.
I just don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. They're melee. Yeah, that's my bad. But I just thought Carrion Swarm, dude. Carrion Swarm Nova I think would be better. You kind of want to kite. You can't take a fight.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
There's no heal spray. Like, you can force a heal scroll. You know, there's no heal wards anymore, so you do have to kite. You have the aura, and he's got level 2 aura, right? So he could kite with Carrion Swarm Nova all day. He's got level 4 Lich now, so
oh my god,
lots of
9.
Novas. Like, there is a world in which Deuce can just micro his heart out and win a fight, maybe, but it's going to take a lot of kiting, and in the time he kites, OC's going to be mining on 2 base, so.
I just thought we saw the devastation with the Nova. Look at, imagine a Carrion, like, before a fight right now. Okay, never mind. You're just going to get rolled. Protection Scroll. This is just not a good fight for Deuce. 79, almost 80 supply. 53 for Deuce. This is just crazy. And actually, OC gets the surface area. He dives on everything.
Oh? There's a lot of Hippogriffs falling, but there's so many Fairy Dragons left. All of a sudden, all the Hippogriffs are dead. There's a lot of Fairy Dragons left. Is Deuce Deuce traded pretty well there, actually.
Wait, what the hell? What the Deuce?
He killed all the Hippogriffs, an overcommitment to Fairy Dragons by OC, and now a couple of more Gargs.
How the hell?
These Fairy Dragons
what?
die.
How the hell did that even happen?
Nice Novas and nice Focus Fire, it seemed like. And I think the Fairy Dragons weren't attacking the Gargs in that fight. They were attacking the statues.
Okay, the Fairy Dragons should be able to clean up the rest of the Gargs. And there's just hunts on the ground right now. Okay, couple. Yeah, they do clean
Coil
up the
Novas. This is a dead keeper because he can't get out of the sleep before the coil comes through. Okay. Got woken up. And OC gets out, and look at Deuce's army. 25 supply against 57. It doesn't look too scary from OC, but he's going to save this expansion, and Deuce is going to run out of economy in no time.
Yeah, I guess the Vampiric was a good call.
Level 2 sleep, though. Alright, what can you do with 3 heroes? There's no Nova. There is a coil, potentially, and it's a level 3 coil at that. The Destroyer falls, though, and there's going to be an entangle on probably this Lich. There's a Hellstone, there's a lot of coils. These heroes are trying to solo the entire army, and they're pretty good, but are they that good?
Entangled, no Destroyer anymore. DK taking a lot of damage. Hellstone used. He's trying to kite. He's just trying to right-click with this Lich and buy time.
Might work pass the orb to the Dreadlord, honestly. He should have done that a while ago. Oh, there's level 3 coil, Ricky. Oh my god. It's dead.
Is Deuce actually going to kite this? This is unbelievable.
He's got another expansion mining, though. The expansion has to die. Or it doesn't matter how much Deuce kills here.
He might get this Alchemist. Oh, 2 heal pots on the Alchemist. Okay, this Alchemist ain't dying anytime soon.
Should have really passed that orb to the Dreadlord a long time ago. Statue comes in, statue dies.
Could morph and heal.
Keep her back. Okay, entangle. No follow-up damage.
Health pot on cooldown.
It's dead. 4 seconds. It's OC probably should have bought a staff, but there's no more coil and there's no more Nova, but there is more entangle thanks to that greater mana. Deuce trying to get his DK out. Actually is going to get it out. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
One more hit.
What the hell is going on? Deuce is actually doing this behind this, guys. He's making ghouls and a few... Are you kidding me? I mean, like you said, the expansion is still up, but the undead heroes are actually really strong now.
Yeah, if Deuce can heal up, get mana, and do one final push this expansion, if he somehow kills the expansion, the heroes are just going to die over and over again. Like, the Keeper will die, the Alchemist will die, And OC has no gold to retrain both of them at the tavern, certainly.
Mana pot with a statue here. This is going to be a money statue for the rest of this game. And actually, I like the ghouls on the ground. Just going to try to... well, obviously he needs... Wait, where are they? The hell? Oh, did he cancel them for the Gargs? Okay. He just made the
Seems
Gargs.
like, yeah, maybe a misclick. Okay, the expansion has to die, or else OC will win this game.
And the expansion might die. There's no heroes, Carson. So what are you going to do? Right-click with a bunch of fairy dragons? I think that's the play. The Tri-Hero could just literally right-click this tree, coil on the Gargs. You don't even need the Gargs here, Deuce. And he's going to run those away.
Orb. Pass your orb, Deuce. Pass the orb to the Dreadlord.
I agree. I think he's going to get this tree, though. Double statue here, Carson, too. He gets the tree.
No Nature's Blessing. The other expansion's walking over. Deuce will know this. Where's the Alchemist? 70% done on the Alchemist. The gold mine for Deuce has ran out. He's got enough for another expansion, but the Mass Air is good at one thing, and that's canceling buildings.
This is crazy. Undead heroes might actually carry this. Imagine if he had Carrion Swarm, he might retrain. Or is this just for sleep to just kill heroes at this point?
I think sleep is going to be good because it's not going to be able to hit the fairy dragons anyway. Okay, OC rebuys. That would be a one-shot Keeper of the Grove if Deuce was in possession.
Oh my god. No heroes to defend this. The tree's dead. There's nothing here.
Deuce won the game.
Keeper's coming back, but he's very low. He's got no mana. He'll have to use Moonwells before he commits, but he might just get sleep and nuke. There's so much mana. I think Deuce has just won.
Deuce just won the game.
How the hell did he win this game? Nova? on the Wisp. There we go. He gets it. It's dead.
Now Deuce can just chill. He's got 2 statues. He can wait till he's full mana. He can morph a Destroyer if he really needs it, although he doesn't quite have the gold, actually. To be safe, I would say Deuce should probably try to get that 100 gold, just to be able to morph a Destroyer if he really needs one. But Coil, Nova, Alchemist, has a potion left over.
Keeper getting constant slap. There's a Nova and a Coil. No way, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, it pops that health pot that he had initially. That was on cooldown. Moonwells. Oh my god, Deuce overcommitting him a little bit. This is crazy. Does he have a Coil? Coil almost lined up. This is so crazy. OC using all of his moon juice.
Oh no, is Deuce overcommitting? Possibly. He's gonna get the Alchemist, but where's the Keeper? Keeper has so many entangles, Ricky.
I don't think Deuce can get out. He's got statues, but he needs to try to get out. He's just gonna focus the Keeper, and actually the Keeper might have to run away.
Oh, there's a Nova, but there's an entangle. Okay, the Keeper's gonna die, and the DK is gonna fall as well. There's a Nova. Use the Nova. Okay, both first heroes are gonna die.
What the hell is going on, guys? This is
Deuce
literally
is almost mining, but he can't rebuild his DK at the moment unless he unsummons buildings.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Deuce could actually get this expansion up right now. OC is fully committed to killing this Lich, and he might actually get it. He needs to go to the shop, but there's no items.
You have to pass the orb before the Lich dies.
Sell an item for invuln. No!
Drop your items. Drop your items to the Dreadlord. Drop your items to the Dreadlord. He doesn't drop the orb.
Nothing shoots up, Carson.
OC has no economy, but he does have air units. And OC, in fact, actually has no way of ever getting economy because he has no way of ever... He'll have to creep with his air units to get gold to revive his hero, to sell items, to use one of his wisps to build an expansion.
This is crazy. Deuce is mining, guys. Deuce is mining, and OC doesn't know this. And actually, Deuce on summoning everything, and OC must be thinking, what the hell is going on? Okay, now he knows. Why are you still in this game? And why are you not being revealed, but I am? Oh, man. He needs to figure this out. He needs to figure this out. He's going to see it. He's going to see the blight. Has Deuce bought enough time? He needs to get his hero back. I don't think so. Honestly, Deuce, just keep mining. Don't even take him off. Soak up as much as you can.
Yeah, and then unsummon it. Yeah, not dropping that orb was a huge mistake because this Dreadlord could honestly solo these fairy dragons if he had an orb right now. Imagine he dropped the orb and the claws to the Dreadlord before the Lich was inevitably going to die. But honestly, look, he's upgrading a tower. Deuce knows. He knows OC is revealed. He knows OC has no economy, no heroes. So Deuce is just going to wait till his 3 heroes are back. Upgrade towers so the fairy dragons cannot kill the buildings. What can OC do? If he could afford like a sapper, he could sapper the altar. But I don't think there's any way he has enough time to kill the altar before the Lich comes out.
Oh, man, this is crazy. I mean, if he gets the Lich out, he wins, right? He just needs the orb, and all the fairy dragons will die. I mean, I don't even think they can take down the towers. One Acolyte here, he needs to save that for repair. Yeah, OC loses.
Just attack the altar, OC. Okay. Nice micro on the Acolyte from Deuce, buying so much time. All right. The Acolyte cannot repair anymore. The altar. If this Lich does not come out, the game is over. All right, no, it's probably not over because there's still more buildings to unsummon. All right, this game is, yeah, the Lich is going to come out. There's nothing OC can do. The trees are walking over. Imagine if OC had Nature's Blessing and he did this way earlier.
Like he would just try to base race before the hero could come out? This is nuts.
He would have killed the altar with the buildings, but there's no way. There's no way now. The buildings are not good enough. OC calls GG.
Oh, man. That's, what a game. I did not see that coming. I was thinking OC's way ahead. 80 supply versus 58, I think, when Deuce broke. What a game. That's one for the ages right there.
That was awesome, dude. That was awesome. If OC was a little bit quicker with the Nature's Blessing, if he had it earlier, one, he wouldn't have lost his Tree of Eternity, but imagine he still loses it. It walks his trees over as soon as his heroes die, as soon as he knows his only win condition is to kill that altar after killing the Lich. The trees are there. He kills the altar. Deuce has to unsummon more just to afford an altar to rebuy his hero to get that orb back to counter the air. In the meantime, the buildings are killing the remaining buildings of Deuce. I think OC wins if he just walks the buildings over earlier.
I don't think he thought he was going to lose his heroes, right? And I mean, when Deuce dived into the main of OC, I didn't think that OC was going to lose his heroes either. But he lost both. Deuce just literally dived in. What a great game. I mean, what a great game. We're looking at 1-1 right now. And OC, I mean, you talk about a player who could get tilted off a loss. That is a loss where you definitely go, oh, no. He had that game in the bag. That was his game to lose.
Yeah, the 100%. Hero levels for Deuce just got too strong. It's incredible. Deuce was never in a position to win a fight. Somehow won that big air fight, and then the heroes just soloed everything. That was absolutely ridiculous.
That was a crazy game. Game number 3, it's going to be on NI, Northern Isles. Another map we can definitely see Keeper Mass Air.
You want a prediction? Alchemist first. What do you think about that?
From OC? I mean, maybe Panda first.
Panda first too, yeah, could be. Yeah. Could be Beastmaster. I'm expecting a Tavern Hero though from OC.
I'll tell you what we are expecting though. Game number 3, guys, is gonna be on Northern Isles. Let's hop into it. Players discussing the game a little bit. I mean, it was a pretty wild game.
Okay, the tier 3 tech was tricky from Deuce then. Okay, that wasn't standard for the guard play. That was a little bit of a fake out.
Oh, so like Deuce actually faked to the point where he's like, I'm going to commit to Gargs. It's going to look like it sucks, but I want to fake out OC. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it's not going to be a Tavern Hero. You're wrong.
You said Panda. I said Alchemist.
I did say Panda, yeah. I think, like you said, OC was ahead in game 1 with the style, ahead in game 2, but just kind of lost touch of it. But overall, his style is looking very strong against Deuce.
You've lost touch.
No? Okay, Keeper coming out. And again, it's going to be that Hunt opener as well.
Calling out the ghouls. It's advantage OC this build. Wait, is this, or did he go? Oh, sorry, it is Ted Fiends. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so this is advantage Deuce then, build order wise.
Scouts from both players, and yeah, I mean Northern Isles is like the king for Ted Fiends.
Yeah, for sure.
Should be seeing the AOW and the 100. Wait, what?
I'll also thank you to Elgata Tua for the 52 months. He says B2W. That was 1 hour ago. Appreciate you. 52 months. Jesus Louises, as my grandmother used to say. And Curiositas with the Prime 5 minutes ago. Appreciate you. A fresh new primer, Rick. How do you feel about that?
Feels fresh. Speaking of fresh, that's going to be a fresh Acolyte kill for OC. As he starts to come across, but Deuce should be able to creep out. Actually, the Wisp for OC being super aggressive, and Deuce is actually going to skip out on this initial camp. Oh my god, he's trying to deny the... He's wasting so much time. And the Deado. And a Coil. Beautifully played from OC.
Put some damage from the creeps. That's pretty funny. That shop unintentionally pulled the creeps. But, you know, OC did spend some gold on that. He did build a shop. But he's all right with delaying his tech because he's already doing so with his build order. One Acolyte, as you pointed out, did go to the Keeper already. A second one would be amazing because the tech has already started, but Ghouls are on the menu for OC. Not any Acolytes.
Yes, Frisbee, if you do sub, it will appear on the screen. I will make sure that it appears on the screen. It'll appear in the bottom.
It'll appear 5 times even if you want it. All you gotta do is ask, guys. All you gotta do is ask. We're sellouts.
That's right, 100%. OC putting on some aggression, waiting for that hunt. This is really good for OC, man. Like Ted Fiends, you normally want to have at least a camp done. But OC with the quick keeper coming across the map. Beautiful. Beautiful. And Deuce actually pulling ghouls to try to, like, stop this keeper. Well, that's a huge commitment.
Yeah, wasting... a lot of lumber lost. But he's got the 4th ghoul, though, for that.
Okay, here's the hunt.
Yeah.
And
does crypt.
Ooh, he's gonna do it again, guys. This might be another 45-minute banger. Carson's nightmare. You did mention before.
Yeah, I mentioned a 24-hour stream because we could potentially have 21 games today. 3 best of 5s, 2 best of 3s. 21 games potentially.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah, we're already on 3.
Try it out. Deuce gonna get this camp mantle. Good item for that Lich coming out in tier 2, which I assume he's gonna do. Hunt just scouting out. Did OC see the crypt? I missed it. The Hunt went in there. Did he see the crypt?
I don't think he quite did because it's nighttime. But he will have Ultra Vision. Oh no, he hasn't upgraded it yet. It's just now finishing. So I don't think he saw the crypt because he didn't have Ultra Vision finished. But he's gonna go back in. He probably will see it. The expansion is coming up for OC, so this is all the gravy for him. But it's gravy for both players because Deuce is waiting for his tier 3. OC's waiting for the expansion. Deuce can't do anything about the expansion until he has tier 3. So it's all fine. Hey, Frisbee Eater, 6 months. Love you, brother. Dust League is dope. Love you guys. Well, appreciate it, man.
Told him 5 times. OC still putting on some pressure. The expansion going to buy him tons of time. And Deuce this time not faking out too much. Gonna stay on tier 2. Gonna pump out Gargs the right way. Oh wow! I just quickly. Do you see that zoom in quick negate, guys? I am on top of my shit today. Okay, OC continue to put on pressure. This is like really good. Keeping this DK at level 1. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? It's absolutely ridiculous. The Gargs are out though.
Are you? I used to have a boss that was like that.
Go ahead.
I used to have a boss. Can you come in Sunday? No, I can't. Are you kidding me? He used to do that.
From Brooklyn? I guess he's right across the water from there, eh? Was he from Brooklyn?
No, he was super Italian, though. He's like, you kidding me? That's pretty funny.
Look at OC.
Yeah.
Calling him out. Calling out the call-out. This is what I was talking about. You do not want to go wins against Gargs. If you scout the Gargs, you want to go for lures, and OC scouted the Gargs, thanks to the Ultra Vision, going for lures. But not ideal hero. The Alchemist, not really the best. You do, of course, want a Panda. Even a Naga against the Gargs, but Alchemist not ideal, but it's to force the Gargs, the Alchemist.
He wants them. OC says bring them on. But yeah, this is much better. Dryads, obviously, much better if you can get into them. And because of that Hunt opener, Carson, the Hunter's Hall is always there, so OC has the option.
Absolutely.
Give Frisbee another one. There you go. You like that?
How's that?
All right. Okay, might get a Huntress, Coil.
It's a bomb and tangle. All the abilities being used. These players know their hotkeys, Rick.
They certainly do. Nice Coil coming in on that Garg, and he's actually going to move them all simultaneously together, almost as if they're in a control group.
Wow, hotkeys. Hotkeys and shortcut keys. Wait, they're both called hotkeys. I don't get it. What is one? One is hotkeys, and the other has a different name. They both called hotkeys? That's stupid.
Custom shortcuts? Yeah, I don't know.
That's really stupid. Expansion being crapped. This will be finally the level 2 on one of the heroes. Not both, I do believe. Just one. And that one will be the Keeper, the Grooverson. And the Dryads are being pumped away. Staying on tier 2 is OC. And he's going to need a whole lot of Dryads. The question is, will Deuce scout the Dryads? Or will he think that it's still Mass Fairy Dragons?
Oh, hotkeys and control groups.
Right, control groups.
That's
Thank
right.
you. That's why we keep you guys around.
That's
What's
right.
up, Todd?
Chat's actually
How you
on
doing?
point today. I'm really enjoying it. You guys are being awesome today. This is a great
This
night,
is like
man.
a theory craft chat right here, dude. Everyone's
this-
ready to answer questions.
It's a great night. You guys didn't hose me too much with the vampiric thing. It's going good. Going good. Level 3 on the DK, though. Deuce has been creeping like a madman. And he's actually going to be able to cancel this expansion. At least the mine. It could get the Wisp as well. Goes straight for the Wisp, in fact. Can't leave. Not much you could do. And he's just going to buy time with this mine getting canceled. Is this a position that Deuce can actually fight these Dryads? He's going to go for it.
Yeah, OC should not fight yet. He should wait until he has Invuln. I guess that was the cancel and entangle. He should wait till he has about 6 to 8 Dryads, I feel like. And then take a nice clean fight. But until then, he's already going to lose 1 Dryad. And this is... Okay, yeah, 2 more Dryads and maybe OC can win a fight. It's probably about the number he wants, 7 or 8.
Hero levels for OC, not the greatest either.
A town is under siege.
Gold mine canceled again. This is all Deuce has to do. He's just chilling. He's going tier 3. He's waiting for his Lich with Orb, with Destroyers. And as long as he cancels the gold mine, he might as well be 1 base, right?
Yeah. Guys in the chat, spam your burger and tea to help OC.
Beautiful.
Or your burger with cheese to help OC. I don't know. What do you think?
First one.
Okay.
Round town again,
Wow.
canceling the gold
Yeah,
mine.
this is great. This is great. Deuce is buying himself so much time. Lich in the main base as well. He's going to put down that slaughterhouse. Tier 3 is done as well, Carson. This is looking very good for Deuce.
Yeah, he's going to have Destroyer soon. He's got his orb now. I wonder if we'll see a Dreadlord again. Probably not. You know, honestly, give me the Tinker third. I know I'm a big fan. I found my thing that not everyone agrees with that I love and I actually truly believe is good. Tinker third, give it to me, man. Tinker third all the time, all day. It's my favorite. It's my favorite third hero with every race.
OC had all his wisps in one basket. And Deuce...
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, go ahead. I wasn't gonna. But you know I was gonna, but I wasn't gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good creeping so far. The orb for the Lich. And Deuce actually cutting production at 42. Okay, looks like he's actually just going to cut guard production.
What is this going up? Building? Another slaughterhouse. Oh, the fake out. This is my favorite way to play Undead. Go Gargs. Not too overcommittal like last game, although it worked out for Deuce. Just get, 8 to 12 Gargs. Force your opponent to overmake Dryads, as OC had. If OC takes a fight right now, he'll definitely win. He will not win against the creeps, though, without his heroes. But and then just go into Abomination Meatwagon with Disease Cloud against the Dryads. It's incredible. I love this style from Deuce.
See, but could this be a problem, right? Because you can't fight right now, and right now you're banking on so much time to transition to A-bombs. Are you giving OC way too much time to take advantage of this expansion?
That can be a problem, absolutely. But as long as he keeps OC honest in what he's doing, like with what he's doing right now, taking fights, saying, "Hey, I'm still going Gargs. Look at me, I'm taking a fight," and he's keeping the Dryad numbers down. What does this do? Well, when OC's in the fight, he's going to panic macro Dryads. We can probably see him building Dryads right now. He's actually going into Bears in tier 3, so OC, better player than I would be in this position. He's going to have Bears ready for the A-bombs, but not for a while as well, though.
Deuce using that tree line very well. The Alchemist falling into the same problem he had on LR.
Where's the staff?
Getting nuked down.
Gonna have to pass the town portal. There's definitely a coil. Oh, no coil. He actually, did you see the Wand of the Wind? Well, the Death Knight's arm was raised to throw the coil. He Wand of the Wind at it. Incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful play. I feel like Deuce won that fight, and based on the supplies, I think he absolutely decimated that fight. OC was at 60 supply when that fight took place.
A player's
Now they're both even, and like you said, the transition, and OC doesn't even know, Carson. There's already going to be 3-4 A-bombs. Before Disease Cloud, of course, but this is just nuts. Oh, Claws +9. Deuce. Martial Spirit with the 21-8s. 21-8s?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Do it again, do it again, do it again. Say the whole last sentence again.
Yeah,
then
and you know what?
transition to-
Four A-bombs, and you know what? He's not going to have any clue. Martial Spirit with the 28 months. I had to slow that right down.
All right, no town. Okay, there is a town portal, and maybe it's time to use it if you're Deuce. Do not want to lose his first A-bomb. But he's actually killing a lot of Gargs. This Lich is so strong, Ricky. This is incredible for Deuce. It's so good against Dryads to have a strong Lich.
Yeah, this is a crazy strong one. +23. OC still, though, finding good entangles. There's no destroyers here, so any entangles will actually kill units. OC level 3 now. This could be another dead A-bomb.
The Gargs. It's a dead Alchemist, that's for sure. But yeah, another A-bomb, and the entangle is so good. against the Abominations, but the Dryads just can't hold up. And is OC still building Dryads? He's still building Dryads. He knows about the double Slaughterhouse because he saw 2 Abominations come into the army, but he's still pumping Dryads, Rick.
Problematic, but maybe OC feels like with an expansion I can just make 100 Dryads and just kite and win. Dryads do slow, Carson.
They do slow, and their poison does stack, and they are immune to magic, and they do run very fast, and they do have a range of 500 when they attack, Ricky.
And they are purple.
Yes. All right, OC, this is a nice play. He's waiting for the potential reinforcements, but nicer from Deuce to not build Abominations, or these would be 2 dead Abominations.
Oh. Okay, keeps the statues in the back. Does he have Disease Cloud?
He
doesn't.
by now.
He doesn't.
Oh, Jesus. And no lumber either. Maybe that was the problem. The 4th ghoul must have died earlier.
Oh my god, the lumber problem is with OC. 55 lumber right now. He's trying to transition into bears. Maybe you need a shredder, my dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7
Oh,
on
Deuce with the sapper, Deuce with the sapper. Oh my god, we're going to get it all on screen. There's one. Oh, I mean, you could use the second one for the main base, or you could use it for the Dryads. Try it out.
Where is it? Oh, there's the second one. Yeah, use it on the Dryads. That would be actually so sick. Deuce, do it for me.
You might have no choice.
Oh, is he going to save?
He's going to save the sapper.
OC? OC doesn't notice? He blows it up. What? He accidentally right-clicked it, and then OC used his invuln.
Oh no, OC panicking. OC's feeling the pressure of this game, feeling the heat. OC has no wood to transition into bears, guys. He only got bear form and 1 bear. He is completely wood starved. The expansion is dead. Deuce is on top right now. And in a game where we thought OC were ready to see OC versus Hitman, OC versus Kiwi, looks like Deuce, the king, gonna show why he is the king. Level 5 DK, about to be level 4 Lich, Carson.
Yeah, and we saw how powerful the nukes were against this hero composition last game. And it's going to be good against the bears as well in small numbers. You can just coil over them. There's no staff the whole time, the whole series for OC. And now there's no expansion either. And 3 A-bombs. Incredible. Incredible transition from Deucey Woosey.
Yeah, what do you do if you're OC, man? You're completely broke. You're trying to stay under 50 just to bank something. You're trying to get this expansion up. He's kind of on pause right now. He's absolutely on hold. This army isn't even strong. Let's say he has 2 more bears. It's still beatable for Deuce. This orb is just going to do work. And like you said, this Lich hits like a brick, man.
The heroes just don't scale for OC. Like, you know, imagine him with level 2 mana burn here, or, you know, level 2 breath of fire. There would be potential for him to win a fight, but as it stands, like, you just need more units when you go Keeper Alchemist, and he doesn't have that right now.
This is a big camp to give up, and I don't think OC has a choice. It might actually, oh my god, the nuke is huge. You might actually be able to force a TP just because the nukes are so big, but you're also going to give up this Manator Reaver, level 8 chaos damage with a big weird forehead.
I've been told I have a big weird forehead, Rick.
You seen the forehead on this bad boy? Look at this. What's wrong with it? Is that a nose or a forehead? I don't know. They should get the Reforged graphics guys to fix that. Kappa.
Keep a pride.
It's going to be a big pick off. Oh, man. Django of Endurance. Pick that up. There we go. Wait, did he pick it up? He hasn't picked it up. Deuce?
Have it. Oh, Deuce. Oh, don't. OC's going to get it. OC picked it up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Deuce.
Deuce. Come on, bro. Okay.
All right. Deuce going to still take this fight. No, Disease Cloud now in effect for the A-bombs, and actually the nuke is still pretty big, even though the statues are in the back. He does have a coil. Actually goes for the coil on the bear, but I feel like he could have coiled Nova that Alchemist. Could coil. Oh, you could Nova. Nova the Keeper. Nova the Keeper. That's the Keeper.
Okay, the town portal's still in the Alchemist. He didn't pass it to the Keeper in time. You got to go. Okay. Good TP from OC. He got the Endurance Aura, lost his Keeper. The supplies are still even, and OC re-expanded behind that.
Yes, he did.
OC needs a staff, man. Where's his staff? And where's his Orb of Venom?
I mean, OC's not really used to tier 3, so he probably doesn't even know what those do. If we're being honest. No, I'm being dead serious right now. Staff of Prez. What is that?
He got his Aura stolen, but the Lich is going to carry. Who needs an Aura when you got this Lich? And the A-bombs, Disease Cloud on everything, and it doesn't even matter as an expansion behind this. I think Deuce is just winning the fight. Not a lot of coils, though, for Deuce.
Yeah, not much mana at all, but I feel like with the orb, he could just clean up everything. The keeper's not here, Carson. Alchemist right-clicking that DK. OC's just trying to get Deuce out of here, but I don't think it's going to work. 3 A-bombs are just doing everything right now. There's only Dryads as well. These A-bombs are just doing crazy damage. I think Deuce has done it. Almost level 6. The king lives on. GG. Deuce has done it. Unbelievable. Oh, Deuce coming back, man. Coming back, making it happen, making it work. 2-1. Deuce going to move on to the semifinals. OC, that is the end of the road.